As night falls over Gotham City, a shadowy figure makes his way to the Batcave, bypassing all its defenses. It's none other than Mirror Master, hired by Savage to infiltrate Batman's inner sanctum. He uses his unique abilities to phase through walls and eventually gains access to Batman's supercomputer. There he downloads files containing Batman's contingency plans, blueprints on how to neutralize each member of the Justice League should they ever go rogue. These files will soon become the catalyst for the downfall of the world's greatest heroes. In the darkened halls of a hidden temple in the Andes, we find the villain Vandal Savage overseeing the theft of a precious artifact. His actions signal the beginning of a grand scheme that will unfold over the course of the film. Savage's demeanor is calm yet calculated, a hint that something much larger is in motion. His ultimate goal remains a mystery for now, but the sinister smile on his face hints at the chaos he is about to unleash. As the villains put Savage's plan into action, the Justice League members are caught off guard by these precise and ruthless attacks. In Gotham, Batman is ambushed by Bane at his parents' gravesite. Bane brutally attacks him using Batman's own contingency plan against him. He buries Bruce alive in his family's crypt, leaving him trapped and helpless with only a dwindling supply of oxygen and no means of escape. Malefak poisons Jayans with a toxic substance that reacts violently to fire, turning his sweat into flames. As a Martian, Jayan's greatest vulnerability is fire, and he is soon engulfed in a blaze that threatens to consume his entire body. He is forced into a desperate struggle to survive the unending flame. Mirror Master traps Flash with a bomb attached to his wrist that will explode if he slows down. The Flash is forced to keep running at super speed, racing against the clock with no way to stop. The faster he goes, the closer he gets to burning out or losing control completely. Star Sapphire uses her powers to prey on Hal Jordan's deepest fears and insecurities. She manipulates him into believing that he caused the death of a civilian, shaking his will to the core. Hal's power ring, which relies on his unwavering will, begins to falter as he is consumed by doubt. In Metropolis, Clark Kent is lured into a confrontation with Metallo disguised as a civilian in distress. As Superman rushes to save him, Metallo strikes, exposing a kryptonite core hidden within his chest. He shoots Superman with a kryptonite bullet, leaving the Man of Steel weakened and on the verge of death. Powerless to defend himself, Cheetah ambushes Wonder Woman during a public appearance, scratching her with poison claws. His poison causes Diana to see everyone around her as versions of Cheetah, forcing her to fight endlessly, unable to distinguish friend from foe. The poison exploits Wonder Woman's warrior instincts, driving her to exhaustion. As each member of the Justice League faces their personal nightmare, Vandal Savage unveils his ultimate plan to his Legion of Doom, using a solar flare to devastate Earth's surface, reducing the population drastically and creating a new world order under his rule. He plans to use a satellite called the Solar Tower to redirect and amplify a solar flare toward the planet, which will wipe out most life while leaving the world ripe for his dominion. Savage reveals that he has been alive for centuries and has orchestrated this moment to ensure humanity's evolution under his leadership. Despite their dire situations, the Justice League members begin to rally against their tormentors. Batman, using his indomitable will and resourcefulness, escapes from the grip Bane left him in by triggering a hidden explosive he had in his suit, blasting his way out. He immediately reaches out to his fellow heroes, coordinating a counterattack to turn the tide. Batman directs Cyborg, who had been monitoring the situation from a distance, to help Superman. Cyborg uses his advanced technology to extract the kryptonite bullet from Superman's chest, allowing the Man of Steel to recover his strength and rejoin the fight. Batman advises the team on how to neutralize the effects of Cheetah's poison on Wonder Woman. Cyborg projects a visual message that breaks through her hallucination, helping her distinguish friend from foe and regain her focus. Flash, still running to prevent the bomb from detonating, follows Batman's instructions to vibrate at a molecular level. This allows him to phase through the explosive device, leaving it behind as he safely disengages from the trap. Batman confronts Hal Jordan, reminding him of his true nature and his history of overcoming fear. Hal reclaims his willpower, shattering Star Sapphire's mental hold over him and restoring his full abilities as Green Lantern. Cyborg uses a chemical suppressant to neutralize the flames consuming Martian Manhunter. Jayan's resilience and determination help him regain his composure, allowing him to overcome the trauma inflicted by his enemy. With the Justice League reunited and back at full strength, they confront Vandal Savage and his Legion of Doom at the Solar Tower. The battle is fierce, with each hero taking on their respective villain in an intense showdown. Superman confronts Metallo in a brutal clash of strength. The Wonder Woman squares off against Cheetah, and a duel of skill at Green Lantern overpowers Star Sapphire with renewed confidence. At the Flash outmaneuvers Mirror Master with his unmatched speed, and Batman faces Bane in a fight that tests both their physical prowess and tactical minds. As the battle reaches its climax, the heroes begin to overpower their foes, gradually turning the tide in their favor. Cyborg, with his technological prowess, hacks into the solar tower's system, working to disable the satellite before it can unleash its deadly solar flare. Realizing that his plan is unraveling, Savage makes a last-ditch effort to activate the satellite manually. However, Batman and Cyborg manage to redirect the flare, sending it harmlessly into space. Savage is ultimately defeated, his centuries-long plan of domination thwarted by the teamwork and resilience of the Justice League. In a final act of justice, the League apprehends the remaining members of the Legion of Doom, ensuring they will be held accountable for their crimes. Vandal Savage, despite his defeat, expresses no regret. He merely smiles, acknowledging that his scheme that failed forced the Justice League to confront their vulnerabilities. With the threat neutralized, the Justice League gathers to reflect on the events that transpired. Batman admits to his fellow heroes that the contingency plans used against them were his creation, designed to incapacitate them if they ever went rogue. This revelation shocks the team, especially Superman, who confronts Batman on his distrustful nature. Batman stands by his actions, arguing that the plans were necessary to protect humanity from even the remote possibility of the League's misuse of power. He makes it clear that he values the safety of the world above all, even above his loyalty to the team. This candid moment leads to a tense discussion on trust, responsibility, and the balance of power. Despite their disagreements, the Justice League ultimately understands the importance of Batman's caution, even if they don't fully agree with his methods. Superman offers a truce, stating that while they may not always see eye to eye, their combined efforts are what keep the world safe. Batman, true to his nature, remains stoic yet silently acknowledges the team's unity as their greatest strength. As the Justice League departs, each member returns to their own city, their bond stronger than ever despite the trials they faced. They understand now that their greatest strength lies not just in their individual powers, but in their trust and reliance on each other. Make sure to like and subscribe, as we would bring you exciting animations to blow your mind. See you next time.